So the biggest national sex survey has just been released, and what do we think about that? Well, people in their 70s are actually having sex. Can you believe it? This is nothing new, of course. It's the first time this particular survey has actually covered the age group up to age 74. So it's nothing new that old people have sex, and actually, you know, it makes sense. They've got more time, they're retired, they haven't got kids at home, they haven't got the stresses. The older you get, the more just content generally with life and who you are you get. So, you know, this is not a surprise that old people are having sex. Good on them. It helps you, keeps you living longer. So, yeah, that's not a great surprise, is it really? But we're having sex earlier, younger and younger. Again, that's not really surprising, is it? You look at how now young children have stars music like Rihanna, Katy Perry, people like that that are very, very overly sexual in their music. So they're learning from a young age how to be sexual. You've got, you know, some of their idols like Britney Spears kissing Madonna. You've got Katy Perry talking about kissing girls, and she's got a very, very young fan base. So it's also hardly surprising that that girls are more having same-sex relationships or experiences now. But we're actually having less sex as a nation. Is that surprising? Not to me. I think that we're just getting lazy, very lazy. And a lot of it is to do with technology. I blame technology for a lot of things, but we prefer to text or Facebook someone or tweet someone, and we're preferring, you know, all forms of electronic communication to actual real human interaction. Everything, I mean, think about how we're shopping more online now instead of going into shops. When we go into shops, there's self-checkout, so we're not even having to deal with the person there. It's at every level, because we're getting lazy and impatient. We want things as quick as possible, and you know, we're cutting down the amount of times we are actually interacting with people. I know that's just on a conversational level, but I think it transcends into into sex as well. That we're just distancing ourselves. You know, people are having more problems with social skills now, or lack of social skills, because of that not interacting with real people. So that is going to have an effect on the sex life. So, you know, couples are sat looking on iPads, and you know, they're probably online chatting to each other when they're sitting next to each other. It's just, I just think as a nation we're getting lazy, and we're just not putting an effort into relationships in general. So yeah, I find that very easy to believe that we're having less sex, and you know, I think it's not good. We're making excuses to avoid it. If you're in a couple, I know it's difficult if you've got, say, both parties now working. It's very different to years ago where the woman was staying at home. I understand it's stressful, we've got kids, but it's, you know, if you're married or you're with a long-term partner and you have children, it's essential to keep that quality, you know, to somehow find a way to have that quality time together, because it actually makes you feel good. You know, you should have a mutual desire to please and be pleased when you're in a sexual relationship with someone. It's healthy. It actually makes you feel good. The number one excuse for avoiding sex is the headache, but that doesn't wash, because actually having a headache, if you have sex, you actually release endorphins that actually cure your headache. So that's not an excuse to avoid it. So I think we should just all start making a little bit more of an effort in the bedroom department, and you know, take a leaf out of the 70-year-old's book, and just, you know, find a way and relax and enjoy sex, have fun. There's it says here that also we're less tolerant of infidelity, but I don't believe that, and I'm not sure how you actually really well, I'm not sure how truthful, first of all, people are in these surveys, but I don't believe that this is true. You only have to look at the papers and magazines every single week to know that people are, the celebrities cheating footballers, and they are still with their partners. No, they don't seem to split up. They'll rarely split up. So I would actually say that we've become more tolerant of it, and that it is considered, you know, the norm, which I don't agree with. But yeah, so nothing really stood out massively from me. Yes, we're more tolerable of same-sex marriages and relationships, and that's a good thing, that we're now finally becoming educated enough to accept that people, you know, either don't have a choice of their sexuality, or they choose their sexuality, but whatever it is, you know, it is up to the person, and it, you know, it shouldn't be frowned upon who we fall in love with. So, you know, that's a good positive thing that's come out of this survey. And it's saying that STIs, that women are more, they're more prone to getting STIs. That is actually a fact due to the way that our bodies are built and how we're different to men. It's not in relation to, or it doesn't mean that women are having more sex with multiple partners. It's just because the way our bodies are made, women are more prone to STIs. So yeah, I think it's, well, I say I don't know how truthful people are in these surveys, but nothing really shocking for me here. I just think that we need to have more sex as a nation.